Time for the 49ers Rush podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
What is going on, faithful? Good morning and a happy Victory Monday. Flex it on them boys. Right? It was so fun walking out of the stadium last night and just the jubilation of the 49ers fans. Just this collective. It was incredible. It was just such a cool experience to share. I told somebody this last night. That top 5 football experience for me. It really was. I've been to a lot of games. But that was incredible. The Niners absolutely destroy the Cowboys. It was not even a competition from the start. The 49ers come out. They go all the way down the field, score. The Cowboys didn't even get a first down until their 4th possession. I mean, this was as one-sided a game as possible. I want to say what's up to everybody. Love all the hashtag CCs, the Countdown crew. What's up, RTP? So cool hanging with you guys yesterday, man. That was just awesome. Absolutely incredible. Victory Monday. That's what we got. That's where we are. And so wherever you thought the Niners were, you got to bump it up. You have to. Like, okay, you thought they were the best team in the NFL, which I felt that. I feel like a lot of people felt that. You got to bump it up. How do you move up number 1 in the NFL? I don't know, but you got to figure it out. Now, is there going to come some point that this team gets tested? I thought it was going to be this week. It was the exact opposite of that. I mean, you completely just dismantled this team, and like Cowboys don't know what hit them. They have no clue. They did not belong on the same field. They were not even close to a decent competitor. And a lot of it had nothing really to do with the Cowboys. Yeah, Dak Prescott's terrible, but it was all the 49ers. The reason the game went the way it did wasn't because the Cowboys had a bad game. No. The Cowboys had a Cowboys game. It's when the 49ers are going to play at their best, which we have not seen yet this year for a full game. We finally saw it. And it was unbelievable. What's up, Grand Day? How we doing, man? What's up? We got a lot of fun people in here, man. And this is awesome. Yeah, Yatsik says, what a glorious Victory Monday. Walking the dogs, decked out Niners gear in New York, getting honks, Niners love, appreciation. Let's go. He says, yeah, scariest thing. We can be better. I mean, we pulled our starters at the start of the 4th quarter. That at halftime, the game was over. Like there was at no point that this felt like they kicked a field goal at one point and were, I think, down 10. I think it was like, no, they were down 11. Because, yeah, it would have been, looking at the box score here. Yeah, they kicked a field goal, and I think it was like 21-10 early in the 3rd. That was the only point. It was 11 points. That was the closest it got. Then you just blew them out, man. I mean, it was just done. And to the fashion in which it was done, running the ball, no problem. Brock Purdy, all right, let's spend some time. Let's do this. Let's talk what the hell is happening with Brock Purdy. He is ice cold, man. He is ice cold. His best play of the game, and we say this every single week with Brock Purdy. His best play of the entire game wasn't even a play. He got called back because of a penalty, a holding call. It was he hit Ayuk, and it was awesome. And we lost a bet because Ayuk was 2 yards under what we thought he would be. But whatever, it doesn't matter. We made a lot of money this week. But his best throw of the whole entire game was right there, and it got called back. And it was like 3rd and 15. Didn't matter. Stepped up, converted 3rd and 15 right after that. Like, any time that the Cowboys thought that they were going to get back in it, Brock Purdy's just out there chill. Just chill, man. Just ding, boom, 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 boom. And it finished the game 17-24, 252 yards, 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns. 1 sack for 2 yards, and that was like, I was wondering if he made it back to the line of scrimmage because he kind of scrambled and tried to press a little bit and got taken down. 83.6 QBR, that's 0 to 100, right? That's pretty damn good. 144.4 quarterback rating. That goes, I mean, that's almost as close to a perfect game as you could possibly get. He was just dealing the entire freaking game. He could do whatever he wanted to do consistently. And, I was watching the game, and I had pretty good seats. I'm all the way at the top, but, I'm pretty close to the 50, and I'm looking down, and I'm paying attention to the coverages the Cowboys are running. They're running too high shell. They're the most dominant single high safety team in the NFL. They're running a too high shell. Almost, most of the game when we do the film breakdown, which I'm going to start later today once I get all the tape. Good Lord, the Cowboys switched their defense. They switched their tendencies, and Brock Purdy didn't give a damn. He didn't care. It didn't matter. Like, you changed everything up to try to make this Brock uncomfortable. It didn't work. They did some single high stuff. They did some of their, traditional, kind of planned whatever, but it didn't matter. It did not matter. And you look at just the team stats, 6 for 11 on third downs. That's over 50%. That's a killer. That's a killer. You're looking at passing, 9.7 yards per pass. That's 7 is good. 7 is good. 7. Just unbelievable, man. It was 4 or 5 in the red zone. Pick a flaw. Oh, we're getting the quarterback hit too much. Nope. No, you didn't. Quarterback didn't get hit really at all. You look at how many quarterbacks hits did they have? They had 2. They had 2. Micah Parsons had 0. They had 2 quarterback hits. Nick Bosa had 4 quarterback hits by himself. He doubled their team as far as hitting the quarterback. So if we look at the Niners, what are we missing? What are we missing? I have no clue. I'm trying to find a weakness. Oh, we got beat on a slot fade that was actually a perfect pass and route. And we're playing inside leverage because that's what our scheme dictates. This defense will always have a problem with the slot fade. I mean, it's just what it is. Like, there's certain gaps, there's certain vulnerabilities in a defensive scheme. And whenever you always play inside leverage to help with the run, you're going to be vulnerable outside. The slot fade's one of the hardest throws to make. And so, yeah, sometimes teams are going to get us there. But golly, man. So pumped. What's up, Josh? Let's get to the chat. Let's get to some of these questions. I kind of want to bounce back and forth. And, I apologize for the show last night. It is just so frustrating trying to record in Levi's. The service there is just rough. It's terrible. Hey, Maria, we're so glad to see you guys. Tommy, he says, can this team beat the Chiefs? This team can beat anybody. Patrick Mahomes is a little bit of, when he does Mahomes-like things, it's what it is. But the Chiefs haven't looked amazing this year. I'll say that. But the only time we would play the Chiefs would be in the Super Bowl. And I hope we get that opportunity. I would welcome it. I would prefer to play another team. But I think the 49ers, if you ask them, like, hey, would you like to play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl? Every single one would say, hell yes. Hell yes. We are down for that. We want to prove how great we are. And if you listen to the post-game press conferences and all that stuff, which I'll get those clips, I don't have them yet. This team, it's on the precipice of greatness. It really, really is. Again, I had them 1. You got to bump them up. You got to. And it's 5-0, and you can only grade off of what you have done so far. And all that this 49ers team has done is check boxes consistently. That's it. Now, you don't win a Super Bowl 5 weeks into the season, but looking at this and saying, all right, we're 5-0, and then you look at our schedule and what's on the way. And again, the NFL, there's always surprises. And you're traveling. You got back-to-back road games at the Browns, then Monday Night Football against the Vikings, which we're going to be at the Vikings one. So John Chapman and the Rush Road Trip crew, we're not working this week. We are getting a week off, thank God. Thank God. We had such a great party yesterday. It was awesome, man. Just want to say thank you to everybody that came out and the amazing 49ers Rush Road Trip crew. Man, I'm so blessed to be a part of this. But we're taking a week off. We're going to be throwing awesome parties for the Vikings. So you can go buy those tickets now. We're throwing a night before rally party. And then we're also throwing a huge tailgate, which is going to be an awesome, awesome time right there. I think it's the purple lot, but I'll get the details out. We got 2 weeks for that. So you've got at the Browns. I don't know. I'm not too. It's the Browns. The Vikings, good Lord. They could compete with everybody, but they lose all the time. Then you got the Bengals. Then you got a bye week. Look at after the bye week at Jacksonville. You never know what team that is. You know, they're either awesome or they're terrible. They're never consistent. Bucks, that seems like it's going to be a decent game. Then you've got the Murderers Row. But that's at Seattle, at Philly, then back home against Seattle. Those 3 weeks, weeks 12, 13, 14. And, you know, you don't want to look forward too much. You really, really don't. Just take care of what you do. And I think one of the things that this coaching staff does so well, everybody is just focused on what's up. You know, everybody gets it. This is what we're doing. And whenever you have such a veteran-driven team that has been down the path of success and gotten to Super Bowls, gotten to NFC championships, they understand what it takes to get there. And this team understands, man, if that game's last year, the NFC championship is played in San Francisco as opposed to Philly, they understand how important that is. And you don't get that opportunity unless you take care of business against the Browns, right? And so Philly won their game. Now they're winning things very different than the 49ers are, but it's still, you know, the Cowboys, they're still going to make the playoffs. I still think that they're a good football team, but I say this all the time, and it's so important. The NFL is a matchup league. And so just because you're a good football team, just because the Cowboys are a top 5 team in the NFL, and I still think that they are, that doesn't mean they match up well with us. And that's why whenever I was doing the preview show, I kept saying, like, their finesse, they're soft. Their coach is soft. Their quarterback's soft. Everything about them is soft. Their finesse, flashy, and flashy works. Not when you get punched in the face. Not when you get punched in the face. And that's what the 49ers defense did. Shut their asses down. They had no answers. They could do nothing. I mean, good Lord. Okay, let's jump back over here. And let's look at, obviously, the Dak Prescott 3 interceptions is the glaring thing. And we bet that he was going to throw a pick. He threw a pick. 3 sacks. He had a 46 quarterback rating. Terrible. 51. Passer rating. It's just bad. It's bad on bad. But look at their running game. Tony Pollard had 8 carries for 29 yards. 8 carries for 29 yards. That is 3.6. That's their explosive playmaker. They could not do anything. They couldn't run the ball. And you look at their studs, CeeDee Lamb. Oh, he's so great. 4 catches, 49 yards. That's it. CeeDee Lamb against the 49ers, first time we played him, had 1 catch for like 19 yards when we eliminated them in Dallas. Last year, he had a decent stat line. But this is nothing. This is nothing. I mean, Michael Gallup, 2 catches, 15. Brandon Cooks, 1 for 7. We were covering Brandon Cooks with Fred Warner out there. 1 catch, 7 yards. They don't belong. They don't belong with us. Like, you can't sit here. You got to go somewhere else, man. You and the boys and all that stuff. Now, I will say this. There were a lot of Cowboys fans there, which was really, really cool. Not near as many as 49ers fans when we went to Dallas for the playoff game. That was awesome. But there were a considerable amount. I mean, Cowboys fans going to travel, which is really, really cool. I respect that. There was some trash talk early, but that shit ended real quick. And they got quiet, and they left by halftime. And whoever didn't leave by halftime, they definitely didn't stick around to the 4th. I mean, and the Niners fans were leaving. Niners fans were leaving with 7 minutes left because the game was just done. We had Sam Darnold in there, man. Oh, look at this. Diamond, what's up, man? He says, Dak almost threw as many interceptions in a single game as Purdy has his entire career. Brock Purdy has yet to throw an interception this year. I know it's coming, but this dude's about to start breaking records. All-time records. It's uncanny what he has done so far. 9 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions. A 2-to-1 ratio is perfect. Not perfect. It's good. So, like, if he had 9 touchdowns and 4 picks, he'd be good. That's good. And he is just so freaking far past that. It's incredible what he has done. And, not to mention, we score over 30 points every time. That's crazy. We've scored over 30 points all 5 games this year. Lombardi put out a thing that it's only happened 5 times in the NFL that a team has scored over 35 straight weeks in a row. 5 times ever in the NFL. Absolutely, like, we're on crazy territory. Because how good this can be, we don't know. We really don't know. It's all right freaking there. It's all right there. Tommy says, John, they should have never even showed up. Yeah, they didn't belong on that field. And I saw Parsons, which Parsons needs to quit talking. But he's like, oh, we're the same talent as them. We're the same whatever. We belong on them. We're the same whatever. We just had a bad game. And it's like, how many chances do you need? Once, 2, 3 times. 3 times you've been measured. 3 times you have been found wanting. Get the hell out of our stadium. You do not belong here. You are a JV franchise. Like, come on, man. You do everything to emulate us, but you're not us. That's just what it is. Yeah, right here. Ran right at Parsons, just like you predicted. The playbook was set with what the Cardinals did. They showed you the blueprint. They laid it out. Thank you, Cards. I mean, not that we would have won no matter what, but yeah, you just run. You punch soft in the face. That's what you do. You punch it in the face. And whenever you do that, they flinch. They flinch. George Kittle, right? Like, okay, who are the most physical people we have? George Kittle, Trent Williams. George Kittle scores 3 touchdowns. George Kittle's laying out freaking Micah Parsons. You just right at those dudes. Look at the defense, right? Who are the 2 most physical guys we have on defense? We've got a lot of them. Dre Greenlaw's number 1. That dude was incredible. Incredible. Got a sack, which was so cool. And Fred Warner. Guess what? Fred Warner is Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Everybody talking Micah Parsons? No. This ain't a Nick Bosa year. Now, I don't mean Nick Bosa's having a down year. He's not. He's absolutely incredible. But the statistics aren't going his way. The statistics are going Fred Warner's way. Fred Warner is now in the Defensive Player of the Year consideration, which is freaking incredible. And he deserves it. He really does. And so you got Fred Warner. He's fighting for Defensive Player of the Year now. I think TJ Watt's probably the clear favorite. We got a lot of football left. But I'm telling you right now, Fred Warner is going to be mentioned. Now, the national media is always a joke, but we did that on Sunday Night Football. There's no excuse for not watching the Cowboys or the 49ers Cowboys game. Everybody saw that. Everybody saw that. And this was like supposed to be the game of the year for everybody, not just the 49ers. Not just the 49ers. So now you put all of that on tape for the national media. And everybody saw it. Guess what? 2 more weeks, Monday Night Football game. Guess what? You got a Thursday Night Football game against the Seahawks. Guess what? 49ers Eagles. Everybody watching that stuff. So all you can do is continue to show up the way that you have so far and just continue to show exactly who you are. You got to reinforce that. You set the bar. Everybody knows what you can be. Get pumped up over here, baby. RTP, flexing on them boys for real, man. Yeah, it's awesome. Josh, this actually may be one of the greatest 49ers teams ever assembled. It is. It is. I mean, I've never seen a team this dominant. It's only been 5 games, so I understand small sample size. I have never seen a team this dominant. I remember the 1994 season very, very well. We watched it. We went through every single week. This offseason, we did all the watch parties. If you're with us on the 49ersrush.com or Patreon, we did watch parties. Every single Wednesday, we watched 1 week, start to finish, the entire broadcast thing. We watched it all. This team so far is way better, way more dominant. You remember the 1994 team got blew out. They got like blown out. They lost to the Chiefs, I think, week 2 or 3. Then the Eagles destroyed them by like 30 plus points. We pulled our quarterback. Now, eventually they got everything fixed and, rolled through everybody. But you don't win Super Bowls after 5 weeks. If you did, we would win it right now. I think we'd be unanimous. However, they're definitely on pace. And I don't give a damn what any other team does. Somebody brought up Chiefs, the Eagles, whatever. Don't care. They worried about us. Ishmael, my man, what's up, buddy? He says, happy Victory Monday, baby. That's right, Victory Monday. If you want this shirt, which is so cool, or any 49ers gear, we got the link in our description. Just scroll down. I'm wearing this a lot this year, man. I got to be doing laundry all the time now. I do it every week anyway, but I'm wearing this shirt all the time. Flex. I'm walking around. I'm going to do all the chores. I want to be doing everything I can around town. It is incredible to be where we are. There's no doubt. Right here, Aaron. Love this. How about our special teams? Ronnie Bell is for real, man. Ronnie Bell is for real. When Samuel Womack comes back, I think here a couple things. Special teams first, Aaron. Awesome comment. Yeah, Mitch Wisnowski is unbelievable. He's finally reached his potential. He's always had the potential. Consistency has always been his flaw. He's been great, and I can't wait to do special teams film this week. We didn't even kick a field goal. It's just all touchdowns. Back-to-back weeks, touchdowns. I mean, 42 points. All we do is score TDs, which is so fun. But everything else was awesome. It was just so consistently good. And that's all that you need, because you can't give these teams who are going to lose on offense, they're going to lose on defense, you can't give them a glimmer of hope on special teams. And the Cowboys had a top 5 special teams unit. Didn't matter today or yesterday. Didn't matter. But yeah, Ronnie Bell's great. I think Danny Gray is going to struggle without an injury. I don't think the Niners are going to activate him off of IR, because, Danny Gray's way that he sealed this roster was a special teams gunner, punt team gunner. Like, he was incredible at it, and he won with pure speed. Now we got Ronnie Bell, who's just unbelievable, and on top of that, a great receiver, to add some depth there. So, I mean, not that, you can just keep Danny Gray on IR the whole year, but I think they were planning to activate him at some point. But now it's like, man, the reason why you were going to activate him was help with special teams. Ronnie Bell took that job. Ronnie Bell's a better blocker. He just took his job. He took it. He just took it from him. Injuries suck, but Ronnie Bell took that job. He ain't giving it back. That dude here to stay. 10's here. 10 is here. Let's see here. Diamond Dog Sports. It's okay to feel cocky now, I think. I think so, too. I talk a lot of trash all the time. I love it when people talk trash in return. One of my favorite things at these tailgates, like, I get so many emails like, oh, man, I have a friend, but he's a Cowboys fan. Is it okay if he comes? Hell yes, it's okay. We talking trash all the time. Like, that's what sports is so cool about. Like, I'm not going to be disrespectful. I'll be disrespectful to your team, not to you. I love sitting with opposing fans in the stands. That's why I go to so many of these road games. Like, I love the spirit of these different teams, and they're all different. And I love the chattering back and forth. That's why I don't want to do. That's why I'm not going to the Philly game, is because, like, it's just not worth it, man. Just trash franchise. That's all it is. Right here, Sean. John, it's time. It's time for you to declare, quote, this team is special, end quote. That's right. There it is, man. Special. Again, back to this question, where are we vulnerable? Everybody said right tackle. Man, Colton McKivitz is a beast. That dude is better than Mike McGlinchey has ever been in his career. Through 5 games. McGlinchey's awesome. Well, week 1, he struggled. There's no doubt. TJ Watt put a whooping on him. But good gosh, held up the best defensive end rotation in the NFL is the Dallas Cowboys, and that's still correct. I do believe that. Like, their depth is unbelievable. One against us. One against us. Not even close. Look at this. Brian Keller, what's up, man? 20-0, John. No stopping this Brock Purdy-led train. That dude is just so chill. It's just so chill back there. Steven, I love Victory Mondays. I'm with you. Kittle greater than Kelsey. Yeah. They're both incredible and they win in different ways. And, they're used completely different. Kelsey's going to the Hall of Fame. He's already stamped his Hall of Fame career. Kittle's not there yet. It's going to be actually pretty hard for Kittle to get there with the way that we're using him. But Kittle's incredible. And, I said in the show, Ayuk and CMC are locks every week as far as usage goes. Like those guys, they're going to be there because they win on their own. They scheme themselves open in zone. They scheme that they could themselves open versus man. It doesn't matter. Like those guys are going to just be awesome all the time. But then you got the other guys, which I say the other guys, but they're matchup dependent. Sorry, my lips are chapped. I apologize, guys. They're matchup dependent. So you talk about Debo, you talk about Kittle, you talk about Jennings, you talk about Mason or whatever else. You never know who the guy is going to be, but one of them is going to be the guy for a given game. This was Kittle. He had 3 catches for 3 touchdowns. It's not like they were Kyle Shanahan was force feeding him the ball. 3 catches, 3 touchdowns. That's crazy. That's crazy. And so Debo, you look, on the Thursday night matchup, I think it was, or whatever game, he took over a game just by himself, just took it over. Kittle right here just takes it over by himself. You're going to stop our superstars. Guess what? We have superstars waiting for their number to be called. And they're so damn unselfish that it's okay. I'm sure there are some tight ends and, players and, whatever that would be pissed off if they were in George Kittle's situation and not getting the targets that they felt that they deserved. That's not us. That's not who this team is. That's not the culture that the 49ers have. I'm not saying Kelsey is that. I'm saying that there are a lot of players in the NFL that are like that. And so, yeah, I'm with you. David, too early for Purdy MVP talk? Go Niners. No, it's not. No, it's not. He belongs. 9 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, man. Yeah, dude belongs. The best player on the best team. You look at where the 49ers are now. After that game, we have the number 2 offense, points scored. We have the number 3 offense, yards. That's the quarterback on that team. He needs to be in the conversation. He's got the highlight stacks. They're stacking, man. And you put up big-time performances in prime-time games, people start to notice. Now, there's still going to be clowns at, the major networks that will, not give him respect, but they're also the same clowns that probably talk about how Dak Prescott's a good quarterback. So you always got to kind of measure those things. But you keep punching people in the face and showing everybody like this, that we're doing this. Oh, my gosh. I freaking love it. Yeah, right here. Bang, bang, Niners game. Putting the Cowboys back in their box. They know where they belong. They know where they belong. RTP, he says, man, never seen so many dejected fans in my life. It was crazy. Yeah, they showed up, which I respect. And they were cool. The people around us were cool. But, there's a way to talk trash and still be respectful. It's an art. You know what I'm talking about? So, like, you're nice about it, but you make fun of what they love, but then you're nice about it. You know what I mean? It's a gift. What's up, Phil? What's up, Phil? So good to see you, man. Right here, JD. This team has been playing phenomenally. I can't even remember the last time I heard John say abysmal. Oh, yeah, it's been a minute, right? And I can't foresee it happening anytime soon. I don't know where the weakness is. Isaiah Oliver is turning in consistent play. Yeah, he got beat on the slot fade. I'm sorry. I'm not going to dock a player on that one because you are put at such a schematic alignment disadvantage in this defense. We saw it with K'Wan Williams. We saw it with Jimmy Ward. We saw it with every single player that has played in that slot position on this defense. It's a vulnerability just because of how we have to line up. It's what it is. So was Isaiah Oliver like a player of the game or anything like that? No. Did he give up the only touchdown? Yes. I'm just telling you, man, that's just, yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to be able to overcome that. I just don't know. It's so damn hard to defend. I can't find a weakness, man. The opposite defensive end probably would be it. Once I go through the film, I'll be able to pay a little bit more attention to it because, like, where I sat, I was like on the 35-yard line, right? So the side angle, the all 22 angle. To do the D line and O line, it's a lot easier when you're from behind in the end zones. And that's why we do the film and we have 3 angles, right? So the all 22, you can see the coverages. That's what I enjoy the most. But sitting behind or in front of on the end zones, I'll be able to give a clear picture. So I don't want to go out and say, Cleveland Farrell, Drake Jackson, or those guys had necessarily bad games because they didn't really pop. But the film will tell that. We're going to get to that later today. It's an early start today, baby. It's an early start today. And we're not going anywhere. This show going to continue for a minute. But we made some money. I hope you bet with us, man. Aaron Rodgers' season is officially over, but yours has just begun with MyBookie. NFL, college ball, brand new cash out system that gives you the best options to win all season long. You hit the first 2 legs of your parlay, guess what? You can cash out early, place another bet, or let it ride for a bigger payday. Join us the entire season at mybookie.ag, or you can scan the QR code right next to me. The link is in the description of this video and or podcast, however you're watching or listening. But right now, MyBookie has a no-strings-attached cash bonus that lets you deposit and withdraw quick. Use promo code 49ers, 49ERS, on your first deposit of $50 or more, and you can receive up to $200 in cash instantly credited to your MyBookie account. That's 49ERS, that's the promo code, to claim your bonus now. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, and I mean anywhere. You can bet anywhere. I've lived in California for 8 years. Bet anywhere. I mean it. Head over there with MyBookie. There we go. I love this, Steven, because this was the one point where it was like, okay, this is where the Cowboys can come back into the game. It was 21-10. It was 3rd and 14. I think I said 3rd and 15 earlier in the show. I was wrong. Steven says the Cowboys, quote unquote, could have come back. Then Purdy throws 2 big throws, and it's over 28-10. Game was done. And I get all the talk about Shanahan. I get all the talk about CMC. I get all the talk about all the weapons and everything and how, I get that. I understand those concepts. Brock Purdy is a damn man. He is a man. And he did that. He did that. Now, the O-line blocked and all that stuff, but no. You want to talk like how easy it is to be a quarterback? No. 3rd and 14 against this Cowboys defense, Brock Purdy did that. Not once, twice. One time it was like 3rd and 10. Then you had the penalty. Then he did it again at 3rd and 14. Like, clutch, pressure situation. Cowboys think they're going to get back in it. And you took everything out of that stadium. Like from any Cowboys fan, whatever. Like, you took all their hopes and dreams. Sideline, gone. Deflated. Yeah, that well said, Steven. Hugo Mason was amazing. Golly, man. Jordan Mason just continues to build a resume. I've been on Team Mason since that train started. Nobody loves this kid more than me. I really I like Elijah Mitchell too. Obviously, the health is a concern. That dude might not be playing for a while. He hasn't been able to practice. Elijah Mitchell hasn't. Mason taking his job. I just talked about the situation with Ronnie Bell and Danny Gray. Injuries suck. And you don't lose your job because of an injury, but you do create an opportunity for somebody else to showcase what they bring to the table. Mason has yet to have one bad performance at any point. When his number gets called, he answers. 10 rushes, 69 yards. Nice. 1 touchdown. He had that 26-yard touchdown run that was just, man. 6.9 yards per carry. Good Lord, man. He's doing it consistently. The closer. I love it. Red and gold-blooded. What's up, guys? Victory Monday. I love it. Tommy says, Pollard didn't do anything except fumble. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And yeah, it's got to be there. Yeah, Diamond Dog. Yeah, Purdy is MVP candidate. No more excuses. You got to. You got to. Serious take. Dak without scoop and scores and pick sixes is an extraordinary mid quarterback. I think he's great. How do I phrase this? I think that he's a good quarterback. I think that he's decent. The problem is against pressure situations. Dak only had one interception going into this game. He threw 3, right? And once you rattle him, like this, he's just soft on the inside. Like, he's just soft. I do think that Dak is a talented quarterback, and I think he's not top 10. Is he top 15? Maybe. But you cannot be a top elite quarterback if every time the situation is tense, you fold. And that's what the Cowboys are. That's who their franchise is. They're not. They're going to make the playoffs. 7 teams get in the playoffs, right? 7 out of 16. Like, they're going to be in that mix. What are they, 3-2 now? But they can't play. They're 1-2 on the road. You know what I mean? Like, this is you look at the traits of a soft-ass team, you can't win on the road. Tough teams that play good defense and have a good running game win on the road. Cowboys aren't that. Soft. So, now you're 0-2, or not 0-2. You've lost 2 conference games already. They're behind the 8 ball. So, the Eagles, they're ahead of them by 2 games. Now, they play each other twice, but you mean to tell me the Cowboys are going to be a road playoff team that's going to win multiple road playoff games? No. And it's looking pretty damn hard for them to win their division. So they're not going to be having home playoff games. They sure as hell ain't going to have a home playoff game against us. Yeah, that ain't happening. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, right here, some more Jordan Mason love. I love it. I absolutely love it. Right here, Trent's blocking Van Der Esch into Parsons was epic. Yeah, that dude is just different. He's a bully, man. He's a bully. Sean, Purdy is the best quarterback we've had since Steve Young. So, yeah, I mean, we're talking Jimmy G, awesome. Colin Kaepernick, you got to throw in Jeff Garcia, Alex Smith. Like, we've had some guys, but I think those are the guys at the top of the list for sure. Yeah, I'm taking this Purdy over all of them. I'm taking him over all of them. It's not even close. And you could talk about the elite playmaking ability of Kaepernick. You could talk about the constant winning with Jimmy Garoppolo. You could talk about the aggressiveness and underdog mentality with Jeff Garcia. You could talk about just how great of a human being and teammate and leader Alex Smith was. I'm sorry, you get all those in Purdy. You get them all. Now, maybe not the electric playmaking with his feet and all that stuff, but the plays are electric consistently, and he doesn't turn the ball over. He does not turn the ball over. Him and CJ Stroud, the rookie, man. Rookies breaking some records, too. I think he actually broke the official record for most passes by a rookie quarterback to not throw an interception. Like, that dude's winning, offensive rookie of the year. It's like almost done. That's solidified. Devin A-Chain may have something to say about that, but it always goes to a quarterback. And so, yeah, you're talking about 2 quarterbacks that are starting quarterbacks that have played in every game. Only 2 have not thrown an interception. That's it. 32 teams, you're down to 2. I hope it continues, man. Yeah, right here. And I think this is huge, Kelly. Brock loves the game. Humble, student of the game, will only get better. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Magical things. I think it's there. The touchdown Dallas scored was a nice play, but that's all they did. Yeah, I mean, they're a good team. They were going to get something. What's up, Rob D? What's up, Rob D? Oh, what's up, man? Smoking Niner Guy. It was so cool hanging out yesterday, man. He says, John, you're the best. The fellas really enjoyed themselves. Have a great weekend. That's what's up, man. It was so cool, man. Finally getting to hang out with him. We've talked so much. He's been over in Japan serving for 4 years now. And so it was really, really cool to meet up and have a good time, man. Really appreciate you guys. Greenlaw suplexing that dude in the first. Greenlaw is a tone setter. That's what it is. Like, what do you do to soft teams? You punch them in the face. Or suplex them on the sidelines, which, yeah, I could have got called. I didn't care. I wanted it. I saw that, and I was just like, yes, this is who we are. And that's who you are. You suplex that dude in the sideline. Ooh, ooh, whew. Get me excited now. Going to get me excited now. Oh, what's up? We got a couple super chats. Daryl, appreciate you. Thank you so much. He says, #CC statement win. Real #1 defense. Grind on, JC. Man, thank you so much. You look at the Cowboys now, and this is kind of funny because they were #1 defense, in almost a lot of the categories. Update those ranks now. 7th in points scored, 5th in total yards. They were 1 and 2. So they went from 1st in points to 7th, and they went from 2nd in yards to 5th after one game. Any question on who the best defense is in the NFL has been answered. Answered. Yeah, I'm with you, Daryl. Thank you so much. Oh, what's up, my man, Jack? Thank you for the super chat, man. Really appreciate your generosity. He says, ooh, big win, and updated the Juice touchdown tracker. It's a great week. One of my favorite Twitter accounts there is, man. The Kyle Juszczyk touchdown tracker. Anytime he does well, I think about you, Jack. So I appreciate you, man. And yeah, Kyle Juszczyk had 4 catches. Kyle Juszczyk did not have a touch through the first 3 weeks of the season. Not one. Back-to-back weeks, they're getting that dude some love, which is so cool. And that just builds to the overall culture. Whenever fullbacks and tight ends get the ball, linemen love it because they see them as them. Like, that's one of us. That's just the way it goes because they do the dirty work all the time. Not that you're not happy when CMC and those other guys score. It's just different. When Kyle Juszczyk scores or even touches the ball, the whole stadium, juice. And it is just like fans that can appreciate fullbacks. Those are my people. Those are my people. You know what I mean? Like, they get it. They get it. And yeah, tight ends, they fit that too. And I didn't even know this. Time in Dog Sports. Happy birthday, George Kittle, today. You got 3 birthday presents yesterday. That's what's up, man. I love it. I love it. David says Colt McKivitz is playing better than McGlinchey is now in Denver. He's playing better than McGlinchey did here. He's playing better than him here. Maybe not in the run game. But, yeah, I mean, that so much good stuff. It's just awesome. Right here. Richmond says, John, do you think Shanahan has been hiding Kittle for the first 4 weeks with the plan for this to be his breakout game? No, I don't think so. I mean, we do the film, and Kittle was free on 2 plays last week. So, based on the read progression of the quarterback, Brock's just so quick. And so whenever you're reading out to in, we're going Ayuk to Kittle. Ayuk's open every damn time. And so that's the problem, right? So, okay, my read progression says, okay, I'm going to see if Ayuk creates separation or crosses the front of the corner. If not, I'm going to my number 2 progression, which is going to be Kittle on a hook route, whatever. And so first progression, Ayuk's open, throw it. Like, that's the issue. That's been the issue. Or if your first progression is, if the backer, doesn't flare with, CMC, I'm just going to check it down, which, whatever. So I don't think it's like they're trying to hide him, but there's just so many guys and Brock's so quick. If you don't script the play to whomever, whether that's Debo, Jennings, Kittle, Ayuk, CMC, everybody's winning. You know what I mean? And Brock is recognizing man coverage all the time. And so he knows where he's going with the ball right off the bat, and it's open. So, but yeah, I mean, as a Kittle fantasy football owner, yesterday was good. Yesterday was good. I loved it. Absolutely love it. And he says right here, I feel like we would score a touchdown every possession. Like, man, it's about half. We had 13 possessions. So, yeah, we hit half. We hit, just over half, which is awesome. You get 42 points. How cool is that, man? It's so cool. Yeah, this team, I don't know what to highlight sometimes, right? So if I ask the question, like, who was the player of the game? Brock Purdy, probably. Well, George Kittle, man, he scored 3 touchdowns. Brock Purdy threw 4. Fred Warner maybe had the best defensive performance of any player we've had. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like every single game feels that way. But we have these stars, we have these players, and they just keep freaking showing out. You talk about player of the game, and we haven't even mentioned Drake Greenlaw or Nick Bosa, who were incredible, or Charvarius Ward that was shutting down. You know, the list goes on. The list goes on. Or you could even say Colton McKivitz. Like, Colton McKivitz didn't give up one quarterback hit, I don't think, against the Cowboys. If I would have told you that, nobody would have believed it. John, he says Fred Warner had that little star lit up under his feet last night. He sure did, man. He was highlighted player, dude. He was so damn good. And that guy next to him, Drake Greenlaw, was good too, man. He was awesome. Oh, what's up, man? Kilted Niner fan. What is up, brother? It was a prototypical team win. Everyone got the ball. And who didn't get a sack? Yeah, they were just they lit up that quarterback, man. Who didn't get it? You either got an interception or a sack. Everybody got something. You know what I mean? Like, that was cool. Oren Burks was playing his freaking tail end off. We put the backups in. Oren Burks is better than any linebacker they have on their whole damn team. Oh, man, that was awesome. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Tommy, he says, I'm so glad McBust is gone. Oh, hey, talk about that dude. That dude's such a joke. Not McGlinchey. The next person you mentioned, one of the ESPN or Fox Sports. I don't know what he's on. I don't care. It doesn't even matter. What's up, Dancing? Victory Monday, baby. That's right. Can't wait to watch John's film breakdowns on Patreon. Bringing my popcorn. Thank you so much. Appreciate the plug. Yeah, the49ersrush.com or our Patreon page. The links are in the description of this video podcast. It's the best way to support the show. We're going to be doing our Zoom hangout next week because I'm not traveling and throwing all these parties. We're going to get together virtually and hang out. Probably I'll figure out the time later on that. But all of our bets of the week, which we made money again, we've had 3 killer weeks. We've had 2 killer weeks where we just made a ridiculous amount of money. We had 2 good win weeks, and we've had 1 lost week where we lost, I think, $12. So we've done really, really well betting. We post those every single week. We're just going to keep going, baby. I might drop a little Monday Night Football teaser. I'll see if there's something that I like on there, and I'll share that. So we'll see there. Sean Ferris, he says, you can't sit with us. Actually, Megan, I can't sit anywhere because I have Prescott. There we go. That's really good. I love it, man. But this has been fun, and enjoy this. You know, we talk about what it means to be great. And I really do think this team has whatever that is on offense and defense. Special teams was good. We just need special teams to be average. Ed, I love this. Give some love to Greenlaw slamming that receiver. I knew it was over at that point. It was early, and I felt that way. I really did. And golly, man, chat's freaking lighting up, and I love it. You guys are the absolute best there is. Look at Sonia. Hey, Sonia. My brother's a Cowboys fan. He tried leaving in the third quarter. I had somebody text me. I don't want to put names out there. I had somebody text me as a manager, and he has 2 Cowboys coworkers. They both called in this morning. How cool is that, man? You know, he doesn't live in Texas. He doesn't live in the Bay Area, but he had 2 Cowboys fans talking trash that work for him, and they both called in today. That's what it is, man. And I've been on that side. Imagine being a Cowboys fan. Well, first, that's disgusting. But just imagine what it's like for them waking up right now. Imagine being Dak Prescott waking up right now. You know what I mean? Like, we thought we were them boys. And I was walking out of the stadium chanting that, we them boys. Like, just a lot of head shaking. A lot of looking down, a lot of head shaking. It was so cool. Oh, what's up, Sean? It was so cool to hang out, man. Absolute pleasure hanging out at the game. Half the Dallas fans were walking out before the start of the 4th. That's right, man. Appreciate you too, man. Thank you, Matthew. So that's going to do it. I got to wait on the film because it's Sunday night game. It's going to be a little while till we get everything, but as soon as I get it, we'll start processing it. I got to go tear down the U-Haul now. I still got most of the stuff, not the food. We got the food out last night and stuff, but yeah, I got some work I got to clean. It's what it is. But, man, what a great party. What a great win. So proud to be a fan of this franchise because they hold themselves to such a high esteem, and I love it. And, I finished this show the same way. This is episode 977. We've done this a lot of times, and sometimes it's hard to say, sometimes it's easy to say. But for today, enjoy your Victory Monday, baby. Talk your trash, and as always, stay strong, faithful.